Hello, everybody. Welcome. I am so excited for you to be here this evening or this morning, wherever you are in the world. And I'm so excited about our special guest. So, here at Three, we have a scientific advisory board. These people play such a critical role in the formulation of our products and shaping the company's formulations that they create. We have our Chief Science Officer, Dr. Dan Gubler, who is a PhD scientist, Caltech trained, and is absolutely phenomenal. And he surrounds himself with the best of the best, people that will work with him in the capacity to do product development, who are carrying the long-term vision, the scientific strategy we have here at Three International. And so today will have a special guest talking to me and talking to you and the whole world all about Visage. Okay. Visage, what is that? Well, it's a neurocosmetic. And I will tell you that up until a couple years ago, when Three introduced this neurocosmetic, I had no idea what one was. And it turns out it's a $2 billion industry. So shockingly, as much as I love skincare, I had never heard of this. And so really it's a skincare that has a link to your nervous system. It help. How do you improve your skin health and your well-being? Who knew you could do double duty? And so today with me, I have a special guest. I have Professor Sastia Putri. She is coming to us from Japan, which is wonderful. I'm so excited that she's here. She's going to be sharing with us. She is on the scientific advisory board here at Three International. Her credentials are fabulous. And so I wanted to make sure that I have them and can share them with you because she is an absolute expert. She's Japan based, so she's coming to us from Japan. I won't tell you which one of us right now is morning and which one's night. I won't share that part with you. You'll have to guess, right? Um, but she's an award-winning scientist. She specializes in metabolomics with food applications in food science and microbiology. She's originally, though, from Indonesia, which is really awesome. We have a large group growing in Indonesia as well. She's earned international recognition. She is so well known for the work that she does. She's received the award L'Oreal for Women in Science Award, and that's big. And then a very prestigious award with the Metabolomics Society President's Award for her research with natural food compounds and very much coffee and tempeh. Beyond the lab, she has created a company that in Indonesia that exports high value functional foods to Japan. And she's created a wellness company called Bright Squad, which is focused on preventative health. I had the opportunity to meet Professor Sastia, when I was in Malaysia this summer, and she's absolutely brilliant. But beyond that, I got to meet her and her family, and she is a wonderful wife and a wonderful mother to two kids. And I got to meet her husband and children, and I am so excited for her to be here with us today. So, Dr. Sastia, if you would jump on with me so we could see you.
Hello, how are you, Dr. Alicia? It's so good to meet you again.
Yes, I'm so excited. When we were in Malaysia, I heard her speak about the Visage, and she has an amazing story she's going to share, a very personal story that she'll share. And when I heard her talk about the science, I said, we have to have you on a call. You have to share with people your knowledge of this amazing line. And so, the truth is that oh, let me make this a slideshow. I'm sharing my screens. Let me play from my current slide. When you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you look good. And that is really, truly such an important component to that screen cycle or to that skin cycle and that mental health cycle, right? And so this is the collection. It's so beautiful. I love the way Dr. Dan and all of you have just put it together. It's absolutely gorgeous. The products are so phenomenal. It's all clean skincare. But we're going to deep dive into it a little bit and share this collection. So I just wanted to give you a little snippet of it and share with you. So let's start with the big picture, Professor Sastia. What is a neurocosmetic? And following up with that, what makes it so different than traditional skincare that people would use?
Okay, so usually whenever we talk about skincare, it really just affects our skin, right? And so with neurocosmetic, not only it affects as like it acts as a cosmetic, but it also improves our well-being. And it does so through the integration of molecules in our formulation. And with these molecules being absorbed by our skin, it turns out it will also impact a lot of good molecules being secreted in our brain. And these are the happy molecules, are good hormones that would really, really help with our state of well-being, like better mental state, calmer, and a lot of people also say it can give better sleep. So this is something that I think is completely different with the traditional skincare out there. And I think we could say that we are one of the first companies, if not the first, in the world to actually produce a neurocosmetic product.
Right. And I have heard those same things. Better sleep, better mood. Both you and I are busy women, busy
That's
business,
right.
busy moms, and to have that edge of not only am I improving my skin, very simply, mind you, but also improving all of those wonderful things, those molecules that we all need more of, which is great. Tell us more. The skin-brain connection is just so fascinating. Can you tell us more? You might say to somebody, well, you put it on your skin and it helps secrete these. How does that work?
So actually, a lot of people may not realize that all of the parts in our body is actually a system, right? It consists of many organs, and these organs consist of many different parts, actually, and it's actually all connected. And for example, the past 10, 20 years, we know a lot about the connection between our gut and brain that is really much connected. And so whatever happens in our gut, it also going to affect our mental well-being and our brain cognitive function. And recently, a lot of data shows that actually our skin and our brain is very much related. And so whenever we want to promote skin health, we could do so by promoting this kind of molecules and being absorbed into our skin, and that would actually trigger the secretion of good molecules like dopamine, for example, that is really, really good for brain, for mood and for mental health well-being. And in turn, the secretion of these hormones also going to help with our skin regeneration and our skin rejuvenation. So it's a very good cycle when you promote like good mental state and you feel good, and that would also promote better skin health. And then it could go up to a very positive cycle, and in the long run you could see like dramatic improvement, or yeah, many people even say dramatic improvement in much
Yeah.
shorter amount of time by using this neurocosmetic.
Right.
So
I mean,
yeah.
it is that cycle. When you look good, you feel good. And day after day after day, it starts to
Mhm.
compound. You're like, wow, I can really tell that difference. So let's break down the system because there are 4 steps to this system. So there are 4 parts when you use this. We have the cleanser. Oh, this one is missing. The toner, the serum, and then we have the newest addition, which is that Crème Caviar moisturizer. So we're going to jump right in and talk about cleansing the skin. So we're going to talk about the cleanser. So here it is. I love it. I actually use it often as a mask. I love to put it on and even leave it on for 15, 20 minutes as a nice mask. So let's talk a little bit about it. Can you share with me more about this cleanser and just what makes it so different than most cleansers out on the market that somebody might purchase?
So a lot of people consider like traditionally when you want to use a cleanser product, it's to clean your skin, right? It's to cleanse as a cleanser. And a lot of people also think that you need to scrub off everything, like the way you scrub like oil when you're washing the dishes, you could imagine like squeaky clean. And the more you feel like it's so squeaky clean in your skin, the more you feel like this cleansing process is going to work best, right? And for the past maybe 20, 30 years, we've been using very harsh ingredients in our cleanser. And also, we think that that is the most effective way to clean all of these impurities, makeup. But we forget that actually we're also stripping off the skin's natural oils and we're stripping off the skin microbiome. Many people probably don't realize that in our skin lives a lot of many different kinds of microbes called the microbiome, and it's really, really important to maintain our skin pH and the natural condition of our skin, and that is essential to strengthen our skin barrier. Without that, actually, we're losing the skin's natural oil and our skin microbiome, leaving the skin actually more prone and more sensitive when later on it's going to get exposed to another exposure, for example, chemicals or UV, then the skin would be much easier irritated if we do that. And so, what this cleanser does is it effectively removes the impurities without stripping the skin's natural oils. So this is something that I really, really love. And it leaves actually the skin feeling smooth and hydrated with all of the natural ingredients that you could see here. It's all natural and I just love it.
So I sometimes will use this as a makeup remover for I'll do it once. Would you say that's okay? I'll use it to pull any makeup off and then I'll go again to like really just not to strip it away, but I think it's gentle enough that I can do that, wouldn't you say?
Definitely. It's actually very gentle on all skin types, even very sensitive skin,
Yeah.
because it use all natural ingredient. And as I mentioned, it effectively removes the impurities without stripping like
Yeah.
how usually the normal cleanser does. Like it's really harsh on the skin. This one is very good to use on all skin types.
Awesome. Okay. So then we're going to go to toning the skin. And that's sometimes a new step for people. Some people don't ever tone, and some people understand why it's important. This is the toner. What I love about it is that it's a spray. I love that I don't have to use a cotton ball or anything like that and excess stuff. I can travel with it very easily, and it's just a
That's right.
nice spray on, which is just beautiful. It's so cool. I think it feels cooling and just very clean. But let's talk to us about toning. Why would somebody want to do that? Why is that important? And this one.
So actually, like toning, a lot of people probably undermines the importance of toning before you put the actual ingredient of the serum because the serum is the most important, right? We really want all of the good molecules in the serum to be effectively absorbed by our skin. And actually, toning is a very important step towards preparing our skin to receive the serum that would come next. And actually, our toner is really nice to maintain the natural pH balance. And it also helps reduce the appearance of pores by removing the excess oil and the dead skin cells. And actually, it somehow opened the pores a bit, and then to for the serum to put in. It's not like going to enlarge your pores, no, but it actually temporarily condition the skin so that when you put on the serum that's going to come next, it's going to be absorbed much more effectively. Then you could see much more significant effect using the serum if you introduce this toning um, process before applying the
Yeah,
serum.
that's really powerful because you're right. A lot of people just skip this step. They think it's not important. But if you're going to put the serum on and you can get more effective serum results, then sign me up. Okay.
And I really like it that you mentioned it travels so easily. So I bring it everywhere with me. In fact, I like to spray it throughout the day because it's just so refreshing.
It
I
is.
love
It is.
it.
So I agree. The other thing that we do sometimes is we keep a bottle in our refrigerator, especially when you've come in from the hot sun and we've been out and about I'm in the middle of Iowa. It's hot and humid, and we'll come in from the sun, we'll spray, and it's so refreshing. And I don't feel like I'm putting chemicals on my skin. I like that I'm putting all natural things on my skin or my kids' skin when we come in, and it's cooling. So that's good.
Yeah,
Good.
because when I was young, I like to put like cucumber actually on my skin. This is like the child mask, right? And the cucumber is one of the ingredient of this toner. So it gives that refreshing feel, yeah, into.
Yeah. I love it. Okay. So then treating the skin, and this is where the serum comes in. And this serum is absolutely phenomenal. When they first released the serum, they thought, they did the numbers and they thought we've purchased enough stock for 14 countries for about 3 or 4 months, and they sold out in 3 weeks. I mean, that's how fast it went. It flew. People were so excited. The stories people were sharing when this serum first came out. So it was high demand, very effective dual skincare, neurocosmetic. So let's talk about this. This is our serum. It's the super serum. It's the next step in the collection. And, you put this 2 pumps on, 1 to 2 pumps, morning and night, right? And here it is. So tell me about this. Like, why do we want this? Why do we need this? Let's talk about neurocosmetic super serum. This is the neurocosmetic part.
This is it, right? Yeah. And I think what we find in the traditional skincare is that they use similar ingredients in the skincare. It's just these molecules over and over, and you put them together in different combination. But just like everything, you cannot expect to have the same results by doing things the same way, right? So with our serum, there are two key points that I think is really different that really makes this product stands apart from others. Number one is that we use new molecules that have never been used in skincare. Through the exploration, Dr. Dan actually goes to a very hot place and discover a desert plantain where he found a molecule that actually is very, very crucial for skin rejuvenation and to promote skin hydration. And through the use of these molecules that have not been used before and the ingredients that we put together with the cellular absorption technology, it really makes the product works. Like it works like I don't see any skincare can actually work as dramatic as this. And what it does, of course, we want to see like normal when we use a product of skincare, usually we want to even out the skin tone. We want to make the skin more hydrated, glowing, radiant, wrinkles, and expression line. But what I didn't really expect with the Visage serum is how fast we could see the results. And this is due to number one, very effective molecules being used in the product. And number two is our cellular absorption technology that enables the very efficient absorption of these molecules into our skin. And then, like we say, it also has a neurocosmetic effect, which also promotes the happy molecules
Yeah,
being secreted. And this actually makes our skin even better, right? Because,
great.
like when you look at yourself in the mirror and then you feel good about yourself, that in itself will make you look young, right?
Right,
But
absolutely.
that's right. And this works really, really tremendously for me as well.
Right. I noticed that right away. I've been a skincare lover for many years. But I also am somebody that is very being fair and blonde. I'm very prone to sun damage, dark spots, things like that. And it was so quickly that it just started to come off. Like I just noticed that the sun damage, the wrinkles, the lines, just the brightness and the tone of my skin. I started getting compliments on my skin. We have a gentleman that came in on our team, and he started with the skincare, and he's never used skincare before. And he said people were commenting him on the street, like, your skin looks great, or people I hadn't seen him. And he's like, I'm actually using this new skincare, and who would have thought I'm getting compliments? And on the flip side, I have a family member, she's a physician who started using this product, and right out of the gate noticed improvement in sleep. Her sleep was incredible. She's a busy physician and had many years of being on nights. And so her, cycles are kind of messed up a little bit. And she said, I'm sleeping through the night for the first time in 15 years, right? And that's incredible, right? And the bonus to her is that her skin looks absolutely phenomenal at 74 years old, which is awesome. So it's great. Okay, so then that was our world's first neurocosmetic. The fancy news on that is it is patent pending, which is exciting. And then we introduced the Visage Crème Caviar. Now that sounds luxurious. Can you share what is mountain caviar and what is this? What is this mountain caviar? It's plant-based.
Actually, a lot of people think that, oh, something related to caviar, maybe we use caviar, like, but what we don't. Actually, it's all plant-based. And there is a plant that Dr. Dan also developed the formulation of this Visage cream caviar. And it's really special to me because he discovered these special molecules here in Japan, where I'm based. And as you know, Japan is really, really a good place for the discovery of many different kinds of beautiful plants with a lot of bioactive compounds because of the pristine condition. This was actually found in the mountain area, and that's why it's called the mountain caviar. And it's a plant called Kochia Scoparis. It's a fruit, and actually we use this kochia to get molecules called kochianides. And these are new molecules that also have never been used in cosmetic before. And what is really, really special about this product is that it also have like an epigenetic aspect to it because it contains glycerol glucosides that actually can regulate, that has been reported to regulate the aquaporin gene, which is essential for skin hydration. So what you find in other moisturizer, usually you have dry skin and then you put moisturizer and you have to reapply it many, many times, right? But then the skin will go back to being dry and then you have to reapply it many times. And it's just like that. So most moisturizers out there just give a temporary fix. But with the Visage Cream Caviar, I noticed because I have really dry skin, and usually every winter it's always problematic. Like I have told so dry that it would actually um, become bleeding sometimes because it's so dry.
Yeah.
But after using this kind of Visage Cream Caviar, you actually notice that your skin retains moisture longer. And then it's so hydrated that my skin is not as dry, so you don't really have to reapply this many, many times. So I just apply it like in the morning or in the evening, and then it's all good for the day and it looks so good. It gives like this really glowing, radiant skin. So the serum plus the caviar combined is really, I need to tell you because in Indonesia, the Three Indonesia office just installed a skin analyzer. And let me tell you, then my skin age is 10 years younger.
Are you what?
Yes, it's 34 years old. So when I was actually doing the skin analyzer, I was really, really happy. And one of the things that I noticed is that it doesn't indicate that my skin is dry. But before, for like more than 10 years, I keep on looking for, it's so hard for me to find because I have very sensitive skin and very dry skin. So sometimes the moisturizer works just to moisturize, but because I have very sensitive skin, it also gives a lot of like allergic reaction. So
Right, right.
finding this product is really, really great for skin hydration. Totally recommended.
Absolutely. And what I want to point out for people that sometimes will use moisturizers and feel like they're greasy, this
That's right.
isn't. It absorbs right into the skin. So even men and women, this line is for men and women. I know a lot of men, including my husband, that use it. He loves it for the sleep, to be quite honest, and the brain effects more than the skin. I love it that he's looking younger. However, the moisturizer is not heavy. It's not thick and greasy like you would
No.
expect results that you're hearing. You'd think, oh, I bet it's really heavy. And it's not. It's so
No.
easy to go on, which is beautiful. So I love that. Well, I want to thank you. Let's continue on here. Why is this important? Shall we share with everybody why both of the two of these products are in the PDR, which is
Oh
huge?
my God. This is actually one of my biggest surprises because when Dr. Dan launched a skincare product, I couldn't really understand because, oh, I thought we're promoting proactive wellness. And why is it like a skincare product? I was not sure at the beginning. But I knew that when Dr. Dan developed a product, and of course we're informed beforehand, it has to be something that also promote wellness, right? And that's why it's not really surprising to me that our cream caviar and our serum is actually listed in the PDR. And you probably could tell because you're a doctor in the States how important PDR is as a very important reference for medical and health professionals. And not all supplements even can enter the PDR, let alone a skincare product. I think we are the first or the only ones of a topical skincare product that could be enlisted in PDR. And that is because of its really unique formulation. It has clinical studies and it has health benefits. Otherwise, it won't be listed here if it's just like a normal skincare. So I
Right.
think this is why the two products are really, really important addition to our skincare routine.
Yeah. What most people don't realize is that of the, I mean, there's 8,000 supplement companies out there. There's 150,000 supplements. I won't even count the number of cosmetic companies or skincare companies. In history, there's only been 21 allowed into the physician's desk preference, 21 supplement companies. And it's very rare since 1945 when this is created. And so the fact that three has their entire supplement line and now these turned two neurocosmetics into the PDR, that is just absolutely spectacular, absolutely spectacular. So I want to just ask from your perspective on the scientific advisory board, what kind of results or feedback have surprised you the most since this launch? Like, do you have a story? I know you have a story. You have a story that you want to share with us about a great result.
Yeah, so actually, ever since I came to know about the three products, I know the supplements work great, but I was in the beginning like unsure about the skincare. I mean, as a skincare, it works amazingly for my skin and it solved my dry skin right away. But when I was in Hong Kong, when this cream caviar was launched, I was really fortunate that I got my hands on the very first batch of the cream caviar, and Dr. Dan gave it to me firsthand. And when I came home at that time from the business trip, I found my daughter was really uneasy. She keeps on scratching. And I know because she's been suffering from very severe atopic dermatitis, and she's been on steroids since she was 9 years old, and now she's 15. So since third grade, she's been on steroids, and it's already like the highest, the very strong one. In the beginning, it was just dry skin. She has my dry skin as well, but in her case, it's even worse. And then they put cream, and then afterwards, it doesn't work. And then finally, like low steroids, and then medium level. And then finally, she couldn't get off the steroids for the longest time. And I started to notice when she's in her teenage years, this prolonged steroid use is actually totally not recommended. But in her
Yeah.
case, nothing else worked. So then we had to give it to her. Otherwise, she couldn't sleep at night and she couldn't focus on her study because she would be very itchy and keep on scratching. And it was really painful as a mother to see that. And but I was determined since 6 months ago to stop the steroid creams and try other alternatives like giving her the supplement, including immune, which really helped her to restore her immune system and the allergies a bit reduced. And she had much infrequent flares ever since she's on Immunib, one of our supplement products. But then when I came back from Hong Kong, I found her skin was really, really inflamed. And so I asked her, "What did you do?" And then she told me, "I ate a lot of snacks, like the sugary ones during my absence." Like I already
Right.
told her, like, you
Mom's
can't,
gone.
because she's very much going to react poorly whenever she consume all of these ultra processed foods. It's really bad for her skin allergy, and she consumed a lot of that during my absence. Like teenagers, she craves,
Teenagers.
and
Yep.
then she tried to hide it from me, and I said, like, let me see. It was really inflamed and it's so itchy. And I said, how many days has it been? And she doesn't have her cream on, right? Because she doesn't have the steroids anymore.
Right.
And so she was really struggling for like 3 days. And I thought, I have this product and should I try it on her? And so I just try it. I keep it from my face, but then I thought maybe she might need it. So it's just because I just had it on hand and I put it. And then the next day I asked her, how was it? And she said, last night I was able to sleep. Um, I didn't feel itchy at all. And then it was not painful, because usually when it's really inflamed, whatever it is that touch the skin, it's going to be quite painful. But for her, it's very soothing. In fact, it's calming. And then I said, okay, let's put this on. And then I was really surprised that the evening, the flared skin actually improved so much that it dried up. And then she doesn't feel itchy anymore like the second day. And so I started, okay, this is kind of like a miracle. I was really amazed by it. And I put on the serum on top of that. So I put the serum and the moisturizer both. And then what surprised me the next day, her skin almost returned back to normal. Usually, whenever she's on steroids, even if we could get the flare under control and it would reduce her itchiness, the skin will turn out to be blackish, and it would stay on for like a month and 2 months, and it takes so long for the skin to return to its normal state. So that for me, just looking at the effect after 3 days, 4 days, the skin is almost restored to this original skin color, which I thought probably this neurocosmetic is going to do much more than just making a radiant, glowing skin. And I never actually share my personal experience to people, like testimonials, because being a scientist, I always like to tell people based on the data, based on the ingredients, based on the technology. But as a mother, when you see your daughter struggles with a problem for many, many years, and then you see that it gives such a profound effect on her. And I just need to tell you this, it's been 6 months and I don't use the serum frequently. It has never come back. She has never had any single episode of flare for the past 7 months until now. That was in March, and now it's October. And the skin is just recovered and she doesn't experience that anymore. And I thought, wow, I need to tell people that, because I know there's a lot of people who are struggling with very harsh skin condition. And ever since I share my story on Instagram and I share it to people who I know also struggle with the same issue, similar feedback came back. And so I know probably it's not just with my daughter, and probably this story right here, you could share it. And I
Mhm.
hope it also helps people with very dry skin condition and even eczema or eczema that
Yeah,
that probably needs care more. Yeah.
absolutely. It's a beautiful story. And I've met her, and when you see her, her skin is beautiful. And we'd have no idea that she went through that. But as a mom, it's so hard to watch your kids struggle. And, there's people struggling with that. So thank you. And thank you for sharing your story. Oh, Professor Sastia, I'm so glad you were here with us today to talk about Visage. I'm excited for everybody all over the world to watch this and get that Visage in their hands and start having that glowing skin. So thank you for being here. I so appreciate you and all you do.
Thank you so much, Dr. Alicia. It's truly a pleasure to share stories. And
Yes.
Looking
Yes.
forward to meeting you again sometime
Yes.
soon.
We'll talk soon. Have a great day or night.